Hello and good evening to everybody out there. Come on in, come on in. I'm hoping everybody does come in and watch this live podcast of this is a special, should I say, live podcast tonight of Roosevelt Sounds Off. I'd like to say hello to all of my many friends, also to my many enemies. This is I haven't done a live podcast in a while. I did a regular video yesterday. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And I'm hoping that the young man's family in Alabama receives some justice. And maybe later on tonight, I'll do a video response to one of my critics or somebody who left a comment on my comment board or whatever. So what I urge you all to do is to come on in and to share this video, share. And because this is very important tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we do have a special guest on Roosevelt Sounds Off on the live podcast on this evening. Her name is Jatan Scott, and she is coming live from the Harper Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. And the reason why I have her coming on tonight is because I was made aware of her story. Because yesterday I was going through my Facebook feeds, and I happened to see that she was in the hospital with her daughter because her daughter was expecting, and she is in Detroit, and her family right now is homeless, and they are looking for a place to stay before Christmas. And as you know, if you live up here in the Midwest, like in Chicago right now, it's only in the teens and you know, cold and snow here. So it's even worse in Detroit, Michigan. So I was wondering, and I reached out to her because I was wondering what we as a community could do to get her story out there. So I invited her to, you know, come on my show, and I'm glad that she chose to come on Roosevelt Sounds Off and, you know, try to support your boy. Like, I hope that you all support her. So right now, I'd like to welcome to the show Miss Jatan Scott, live from Detroit, Michigan. What's going on, Jatan?
Yes, hello everyone. Well, start off with the home that I had for me and my grandbabies and my daughter was not a good home. For one, when we walked in the door and tried to get our water off, we couldn't get it on for 2 months. The pipes wasn't together and none of them was working. The home had to be repiped. And then after that, when we got our heat on, I'd say about a month and a half later, it started smoke started coming our walls. So that wasn't good. My health is very bad.
Okay, now let me just ask you. Let me just ask you this, and make sure that you're not on speaker or anything, because your audio is a little bit choppy there. So I need something just straight through, just no choppiness, because I want to make sure that since we are live, I just want to make sure that, you know, everybody's able to hear. Now, tell me, do you? Oh, that's a whole lot better. No choppiness. Tell me, did you ever think that your landlord knew specifically like what was going on with this place or whatever, or how did you end up getting this place? Was it given to you under like deceptive circumstances that the landlord might have known what was going on but decided to just like take your money and put you in this place anyway?
Well, my husband, that I'm not with now, he got in touch with the gentleman, which is Bernard Williams.
Okay. This the landlord, right? This the landlord?
This the landlord. Bernard Williams is the landlord.
Okay, for legal reasons, we have to say, because I wasn't there, for legal reasons, we're going to say allegedly Bernard Williams. We're going to say that allegedly because I didn't see it. So we have to say allegedly just for some legal reasons. You know, I believe you. I believe it happened. But for legal reasons, we have to say allegedly that this was Bernard Williams, the landlord, or also known as a slumlord, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, he got 32 violations against him. He wasn't supposed to rent the home out. So we went to court. My lawyer that represented me told him that she's going to show the judge the pictures, and that's when he was like, okay, I just let her leave on her own, which is no way I was going to stay in the home with Black Mold. So when we was leaving, cleared the home out, he was supposed to give me my money back, and he didn't give us $1 back. So we was left outside in the cold.
So what kind of money was this he was supposed to return back to you?
$1,500, and he overcharged us.
Right. Was this like what I'm trying to get to? Was this like a security deposit or first and last months or what?
Yeah, he charged me first month's rent, security deposit, half security deposit, and a little more security deposit.
Okay. And he never. And do you know of any kind of reason why he never gave this money back to you?
Because he don't care. This person don't care. He didn't fix anything. When I said nothing, he didn't fix nothing in the house.
And how long were you in this particular place?
January to September the 16th.
Okay. Of this year?
Yes.
So what you're trying to say is that when you left with no money. He never returned your security deposit. And so
right.
Are you trying to say that you have been homeless ever since September?
Yes, I have been homeless ever since September the 16th.
So where have you gone, or like what have you done like since then or whatever? Like where have you gone, or have you stayed with anybody or whatever since September?
Well, the only thing I have been able to do is like go downtown, sit in my wheelchair and raise money that way. Or it's hard to say. Or sometimes I had to sleep in a friend of ours' car a few times. But I have went down to Southwest Solution in Detroit. You have to have a referral for shelters.
Okay.
So I went down there 4 times since we've been homeless, and they told me I don't have to come back down there because they put us at the top of the list. Now, all this time I've been hearing this, and we still not in the shelter. And they know my health problems. When I had a heart attack 2 weeks ago, the worker at the hospital said, oh, yes, they're going to give you shelter because you just coming out the hospital. That didn't happen. When I got out, I had to go try to raise money to have somewhere warm to stay. There's no way I'm going to have my grandbabies in no cold.
So this is not just for yourself. You're also taking care of grandchildren as well. And if so, like, how many?
It's my 2 grandbabies and my daughter. My daughter, which is their mother, she's with us. She's not going to leave my side because she knows my health risks. I have to have someone with me.
And do you have like any other kind of family or whatever there in the Detroit area or whatever that will help you? Yes. Or no?
I have my brother that was able to help me a couple of times, and mother, she helped me like stay in her home for a week, but after that I couldn't stay there anymore. And the rest of my family, no. Nobody reached out to help me.
Why do you think that is?
Only in Chicago. I don't know, but I most definitely don't want a heart like that. God gave me a heart of forgiveness, a heart of patience, and a heart of love. So they know how I am. I will open my doors to whoever. I'm not materialistic. You could lay on my couch. Anywhere you could lay it, I would welcome you in. But I wasn't. They didn't do me like that.
So what is your family like saying about you in this whole thing? Are they like being supportive, or have you even spoken to anybody in your family during this whole ordeal?
They speaking real negative about me. They said that I'm embarrassing the family. And how can I be embarrassing the family when I'm the one that's homeless? They said I shouldn't be on Facebook. I shouldn't be on here. I shouldn't be asking their friends, or I shouldn't be asking nobody to help me. A mouth that stay closed don't get fed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not about to be out here in the cold if I can help it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should.
I'm trying to live. I really have 20 grandkids.
Whoa.
Yes, 20 grandkids, and 2 of the babies stay with me.
And from what I understand, you just had another grandchild born into this world. To my knowledge, last night, possibly, right?
Yes. And I didn't even get a chance to hold her because they had to rush me down the ER because I thought I was having another heart attack.
So so your daughter had a girl, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any kind of name for this little one yet?
Imani.
Imani? Okay,
yes.
That's a cute name. And now, out of all your grandchildren, excuse me for asking, but I just have to, where are the fathers for these grandchildren? What's going on with them, or what's going on with that?
Well, he stayed with his mother, with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not able to stay over there, but they do. When I have to go out to raise money, they do let them go there until I get somewhere warm for us to be at. Okay. So they never in the cold. I make sure of that.
So right now you're in the hospital.
And he's the only one that takes me like to my doctor's appointment or anywhere that's concerning us trying to have somewhere warm to stay. He's the only one out of everybody that I know in Detroit that takes me where I need to go when he has gas, and I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So right now you're in the hospital.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
It's just hurt. It's just hurting. It hurts so bad. I keep trying not to cry because it hurts my heart every time I cry, and I'm always trying to hold it in, but when you got family that's close by and they won't help you, it's sad. And that's all I could do is pray for them. I don't have no hatred towards my family.
Mm-hmm.
I still forgive them. I still can tell them that I love them, even though I don't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And, God know me. And I'll say, well, I'm going to change. I'm going to go against y'all. I'm going to do y'all the same way. But God whispers in my ear and say, no, you're not. I gave you a heart of love. And you can't change it. And I'm not going to change it.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, have there been any churches or religious institutions that know your situation and have tried to reach out to you, if any, or what?
Yes, it's been a couple. One church that helped us with 2 weeks, they didn't want to give their church. We don't know where they came from. They said they heard about us. Mm-hmm. They didn't give us the pastor name. They didn't give us their name. They didn't give us the church name. And I said, God, these must be your angels. Gotta be, because we would have literally been out in the cold.
What did they do to you?
I appreciate them so much.
What did they do for you?
They gave us paid for 2 weeks at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And made sure we had food.
Okay.
And then Hartford Memorial, they said they only could do 2 days because I'm not a member. But God know I appreciate them 2 days that they paid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And tell me, really, to, say, for you and your grandchildren and your daughter, what is your ultimate goal that you would like to accomplish, like right now, if you can? If you had every single thing like your way, what would you be doing like now or whatever? What's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to have a home before Christmas because it hurts to hear my grandbaby say, Grandma, when is we going to be able to go home so we can have Christmas? We weren't able to celebrate Thanksgiving, but we sat around each other and we thank God for every little thing. We didn't care what it was. We did do that, but that's our main focus is to be in a home so we could be at peace, so we could be comfortable. And I believe my health to get a little better if I get into a home. And I keep saying I'm not going to stress out because I'm giving it all to God. But when you hear your grandchild ask you that every day, Grandma, our Christmas tree, you see the light? Can I have that too? And I always tell her, yes, baby. Just as soon as we get blessed from home, you going to have it. And right now, like when we go to the store and stuff, she asks me, can she go shopping? And she be, I guess she hear people say stuff about layaway and being like, can we get some stuff and put in the bucket and make the layaway? And I say, Grandma can't afford it right now. When Grandma can buy stuff for you, you know I will.
Right. And I would like to know if people wanted to help you or saw, fit and everything to, give you this blessing before Christmas, how would they be able to do that in your situation like right now? Tell us how people will be able to be willing to, if they wanted to, donate to you if they could.
Okay, well, I have a GoFundMe page, which is Scott Family Homeless and Disabled. I could give people my phone number. I don't mind. I also have a Cash App, which is my name, Jataun Scott, and that's JETAUN Scott, SCOTT, no spaces. And also Huntington Bank had gave me a free account because they found out I was homeless. And they told me to give people my account number and routing number. That's all they need, and they could donate to that too.
Okay. So if somebody out there in YouTube land, or if you're seeing this video on Facebook and on Twitter, you could donate mainly through Cash App. And so if they had any other, if somebody's in the Detroit area and happens to be listening, if they have any, other kind of thing that, how can they also, through your telephone, get in contact with you as well?
Through my cell phone number, which is 313-465-3517. And like right now, I'm at Harper Hospital. You could just give them my name, and you're more than welcome to come see me at Harper Hospital.
Okay, well, I'm here in Chicago, so it's too bad that I can't see you. But I mean, hey,
I know.
I guess it is what it is. Because if anybody's sick, I can even if I don't know you,
hug you from a distance.
Right, I believe in checking on the sick if I can help it.
Yeah.
So, in closing, what would you want everybody out here? Whether they're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, to know about you personally and know about your family and know what you need.
Just know that we are a loving family that stay together. We have a tight bond. I have a tight bond with my kids. I have a tight bond with my grandbabies. And that's all we want is to have a home. We want to be able to stay warm. I have to work on, when I get to home, I'll have to work on the bed. But as long as we got a roof over our head, That's all the main thing that I'm really asking for. And until we can have a home, the money that gets sent through Cash App, it would at least keep us in a hotel or a motel, so we won't have to be out in the street.
Because it's just too cold out here now, you all. It's too cold.
Yes, it's too cold. And I'll be able to make sure I have warm clothes for my grandkids.
I know how it feels here in Chicago, so I can imagine Detroit feels bad, because here in Chicago, I think that now we're, somewhere in the teens. And I know tonight they said with wind chilled, they're expecting, temperatures even in the single digits. I mean, all I know is that after church, when I came back here after church on Sunday, I ain't been out the house since. So I know how cold it is, especially it's coming up to the Christmas holiday. I mean, it needs to get a whole lot better than this. No one should be out on the street at any time, but let alone during the holiday season. I'm pretty sure you can agree with that, right?
Yes. Yes, because we even had, the police couldn't even believe that we had to be outside asking for donations. They called the shelters and they shook their head like, I don't believe this. How can they have a family out here in the cold and tell them they can't just walk into a shelter and get that help?
And another question.
They're making it very hard.
Another question I didn't get a chance to ask you, that I want to ask you. Do you think that some of these rules, especially the way that you said that things are done in the state of Michigan, in Detroit, that some of these rules as far as like shelters go actually need to change as to how they admit people?
They need to go back to where you can be able to walk in. And if there's a bed available, you can get it.
So what, it used to be where you could walk in?
Yeah.
But what do you think happened then in that case? Where was the disconnect?
I wish I knew. And then some of these homes that's vacant, they should give homeless people money to fix them homes up. Give them so much time and let them fix them up. Let them prove that that's what they want, a roof over their head, instead of tearing the houses down and letting them get messed up like they do.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Yes, there's too many abandoned homes.
I mean, I know it's in Detroit. We have it in Chicago too, where we have a large homeless population, but yet in the Black and Latin community, we have a lot of like vacant homes. I mean, I'm just wondering, how come they can't take these homes? And even if you don't give the money to the homeless people, how come the city or the government or whatever it is can't fix up these homes and give them to the homeless? I don't understand how come they can't do that.
Right. That's what I always think about. Like, why? I really don't get it at all.
Well, if you don't get it, that's something I don't even get. Trust me. Because I feel that anytime there's abandoned homes, that they, people who are, homeless should get a chance to get those homes.
Right. And then my daughter, she feels bad. She's 24 and she's looking for a job. But she keep asking me, Mom, how can I get a job and keep it, and y'all don't know where y'all gonna lay your head the next day?
How old is your daughter?
She's 24.
Okay. So you're talking about, is this the one who just had the baby?
No, this is another one that stays with me.
Okay.
And she helps me out a lot because I have spasms right by my heart. Through my whole body. My whole body gets spasms at any time. I don't have to be doing anything, and just calm, and then it bothers my heart.
Okay. So, YouTube family, I would like for you all to donate to this lady if you can. And if anybody is watching me in the Detroit area and you have money or abandoned homes or resources, even some of you churches. Oh yeah, I'm hard on you pastors because it doesn't make any kind of sense for some of you pastors to build these $1 million edifices with gold all in the ceiling and all of this other kind of stuff and making it look so nice and look so posh, and families and children are going to sleep hungry at night. And besides, I mean, it's so stupid because as far as I'm concerned, God doesn't need a big sanctuary and gold ceilings and nice chairs to be able to speak to me. No, he doesn't need all of that for any one of us. So instead of putting all of this money in your church and having these pastors drive around in Rolls Royces, and I'm talking about a particular one in the Detroit area. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, and I'll say it, Bishop Wayne T. Jackson. People like that, instead of doing that kind of stuff, no, put your money to where even it says in the scripture where it's supposed to be put, where Jesus said that we should, feed the hungry and clothe the naked and, make housing for the, homeless, fulfill the great commission of what the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ said to do. And so with that, Ms. Jatan, I'm going to thank you so much for participating in the program. Thank you very much for participating in the program.
And I love everybody. I might not know y'all, but I love everybody, and that's from the heart.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me on here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, anytime. Anytime you have a problem or update, Roosevelt Sounds Off is still always open to you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to end this live stream. If anybody liked this video or this live stream, be sure to do me a favor. Give me a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And tell everybody to subscribe to the channel if you love more content like this. So right now, I'm going to end it. So just bear with me or something while I try to end it. And I'll talk to everybody very soon. Don't mind me. I'm looking at something else on the computer. So I'll talk to everybody soon. Peace and blessings to all.
Amen.
Okay.